Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and thank you for clicking in. So today I'm bringing you this nice exponential equation that I want us to solve for the value of x. When given, we have 16 to the power of x plus 20 to the power of x is equal to 25 to the power of x. So our first step, we can divide 16 to the power of x on both sides, or you can decide to divide 20 to the power of x on both sides, or you can decide to divide 25 to the power of x on both sides. So let us divide this 25 to the power of x on both sides. So this will be 25 to the power of x. So we'll remain with 16 over 25, all this to the power of x, plus 20 over 25, all this to the power of x, is equals to 25 to the power of x divided by 25 to the power of x is equals to 1. Okay, so our next step, 16 we can write it as 4 squared over 25 we can write it as 5 squared, all this to the power of x, plus, if we simplify this, we are getting 5 here 4 over 5 here 5, all this to the power of x is equals to 1. Okay, so our next step, we have 4 to the power of 2, 5 to the power of 2. So this exponent, we can write it as 4 over 5, all this squared, then another bracket to the power of x, plus 4 over 5 to the power of x is equals to 1. Okay, so according to rule of indices, we can now exchange our exponent here. So this will be 4 over 5 to the power of x, all this squared, okay, plus 4 over 5 to the power of x. Bringing this 1 to the other side, it becomes -1 and equate it with 0, right? So our next step, 4 over 5 to the power of x is common. So we shall say let 4 over 5 to the power of x is equals to y. So we are going to substitute y. We are going to substitute 4 over 5 to the power of x with y. And this will be y squared plus y minus 1 is equals to 0, right? So we've formed a quadratic equation. We can solve this quadratic equation using quadratic formula. So y is equals to -1 plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So from our equation here, our a is equals to the coefficient of y squared, which is 1. Our b here is the coefficient of y, which is 1. And our c here is this constant, which is -1, right? So our next step is to substitute these figures in our formula. So y is equals to, we have -1, so our b here, which is -1. So this was b. Sorry, this was b. So b here is 1. So this will be -1 plus or minus the square root of b squared, which is 1 squared. 1 squared minus 4. Our a here is 1. Our c here is -1 over 2a, which is 1. Okay, so y is equals to -1 plus or minus the square root of, we have square root 1 squared, 1 squared is 1. -4 times 1, -4 times -1, this gives us +4 over 2 times 1 is 2. So let us continue. Y is equals to -1 plus or minus the square root of 5 over 2. Okay, so y is equals to, we shall have two solutions of y here. Y is equals to -1 plus, we are using now the positive the square root of 5 over 2, or y is equals to, we are now taking the negative sign, negative 1 minus the square root of 5 divided by 2. Okay, so remember we had said let 4 over 5 to the power of x is equals to y. We have this as our values of y. So we are going to solve them right here. So 4 over 5x is equals to y. Our y here, let us begin with the positive. So this will be, I'm now taking square root of 5 plus 1, sorry, minus over 2, right? So I'll introduce logs. So on both sides, log 4 over 5 to the power of x is equals to log the square root of 5 minus 1 divided by 2. So I'll bring this power here before the log. So x is log 4 over 5 is equals to log the square root of 5 minus 1 over 2. So I want to remain with x. I'll divide by log 4 over 5, and on this side log 4 over 5. So this and this will cancel. X is equals to log the square root of 5 minus 1 over 2 over log 4 over 5. Now let's solve this. So to solve this, we are going to use this rule of logarithm, whereby if you have log m over n is equals to log m minus log n. So when you're dividing your logs, you can subtract them. So we are going to apply this rule for our case here. So we are going to take x is equals to log the square root of 5 minus 1 minus log 2 over, we have log 4 over 5. So this will be log 4 minus log 5. Okay, so let us evaluate this. X is equals to log the square root of 5 minus 1. So we shall use our calculator. This will be, the square root of 5 is approximately 2.236 minus 1 bracket minus log 2, which is 0.301 over log 4. We can write it log 2 to the power of 2 minus log 5 is approximately 0.699. So x is equals to, if you evaluate this, we are getting 0.092 minus 0.301 over 2 log 2 minus 0.699. So x is equals to, for this case here, 2 times log 2 here, which is 0.301. So 2 times this minus this. So our numerator, if we evaluate it, we are getting negative 0.209 minus our denominator, we are getting minus 0.099. So x is equals to, if you divide 0.209 over negative 0.099, you are getting negative, divide by negative is positive. So we are getting x is approximately 2.114.